Hey guys, welcome back to the Cheap and Easy. I was just marking my territory out here. Well, you can see it's starting to rain. It was not supposed to rain. I'm gonna need this old carport. This is a 454, big block, 4-speed, 2-wheel drive. Man, I may do a giveaway on this too. I don't know. I want to get it up and running or just sell it. I used to use the crap out of it, and then I didn't. So now I'm slowly trying to get it back going. I redid all the front brakes because it sat so long. The calipers were shit. I mean, crap. I changed the brake hoses. I put airbags on the front to level it out with that heavy weight. Because if you actually haul a car and put it up here, this front end likes to squat down. So I put airbags on the back or on the front. The airbag, there's no airbags on the rear because somebody has put heavy duty springs. I mean, you ain't squatting the back end of that truck. I guarantee it. So I started dumping a lot of money into this. And I am computer illiterate. And I should have known better. I should have just stuck with a carburetor. But I ended up spending a bunch of money because I wanted money below zero or whatever and come out here and just turn the key and fire her up. So I put a Holley EFI sniper system on it. It worked great until it didn't. So I got sidetracked on other projects. I got this all wired up, all the hard parts done. But I went back out here and my monitor is no good now. Ended up buying a new monitor, got a bigger 5-inch monitor to read it, and now it's saying you have to update your software. And I tried to update it. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So I'm going to probably end up having to find somebody that knows how to do the Holley Sniper EFI software update. And then that one's done. Once I get that done, because it's all communicating, it's all working. It starts up and runs, but there's no program on it, so I don't even know how that's possible. But it don't run very good. So I need to get the software figured out, and then we can dial it. We can put in what the motor is, all that good stuff. But we need to work on this too. So that's another project. If anybody's interested in me working on this, I'll concentrate my time on this. So we got we'll get back to that. So we got the Sublange project. We got the 76 car hauler project. That is a project I've had for, I don't know, since I was a teenager. And it's been put together. It ran, drive, did all this stuff, and then I ended up putting a subframe on it. So I put a 76 Trans Am subframe. I had a 305 Chevy in it, and then a buddy of mine wanted the motor because his motor blew up on his back and forth to work car. So I ended up selling the motor, knowing that if I pulled the motor out, I'd never do anything with it. And then I sold the truck. Ended up getting the truck back. Ended up selling the truck again, then ended up getting the truck back. So now I gave this to my son, which as you can tell, he's not real interested in nothing, but maybe one day he will be. So this is supposed to be our father and son project. And we did a lot of little stuff to it, but she's running good now. It's got a small block Chevy 355 in her now. I have a turbo 350 that we rebuilt, but I'll probably put a 700 R4 in it eventually. But we got this project too, you know. You guys want to see me working on this too? I need to know what I need to concentrate the most on. Because I got that ADD or ADH or AA, I don't know whatever kind of disease that is, but where you can't stay focused and you jump to project to project. Yeah, I got that shit stuff. You know what I'm saying. All right, so now we got a 1956 Ford milk truck. I'm in the process of cutting the frame off. This is actually sitting the height that it's supposed to be, so it's actually sitting level. So this will be the actual height. I got a 1988 frame over there with a 351 Ford motor in it, fuel injection, all that good stuff. Planning on cutting the subframe off of that, putting it over here, and then that way we'll have a fuel injection 351 with power steering, power brakes, all that. That's why I decided to use the subframe off of that onto here. Because you're just not going to find parts for this, for brakes and anything. Oh, that's our other project. So that's a milk truck. I really want to do the milk truck the most. I really like the milk truck, but comes our next project. We're working on I'm going to call it a 1953, and it may not be international. So this is a R220, and I like working on this too. I'd rather work on the milk truck the most, but I'm seeing everybody's really liking the international more. So that's why I'm trying to work on the international a little bit more. But I didn't know, a lot of you guys may not know the other projects that I have. I do have a full-time job, so this is really hard to do. And then plus I have kids in sports, and if anybody has kids and they're in sports, you know, you're all over the place. You got practices, you got games, you got everything. And so I got 2 kids that are running around all over the place. It's hard to keep up with. So it leaves me down to basically working on any of my projects. I only get pretty much 1 day to work on them, here and there. Or I may just run out here and do one little thing, and then the next day I'll come out and do one little thing. I try to do little at a time, but it's hard to do. But this is where we're at now. This is the other project, and I really think this one's cool. This is what we were going to work on today. We may still, because it looks like it's clearing up now. Sun's kind of popping out somewhat. So we may do that. We may bring out the welder and start working on this, because I'd rather work on this a little bit. And I think you guys want me to work on this too. So this is a 64 International. They're pretty much identical, but they're a little different. So you can see the door handles are different. And then I noticed the other day, whenever I was measuring, look at the windows. Which it's fine. The body lines are lining up, but it's still going to look fine. And most people probably won't even notice, but I notice stuff like this. But look at your frame here. So the R220 has got bigger windows, and the opening's bigger too. And then look at the 64 International. And this is a R190, and the R220, they're just a little bigger. So I'm guessing they put bigger windows in the R220. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know nothing about these trucks. I am learning them as I go. I also want to get these wheels off. I think I can switch these tires out to 22Rs, because I'm pretty sure I found these rings, or the rims. So you can get these rims for about 150 bucks. And they'll still work on the Dayton. Or what are these called? Are these a Dayton? Or Daytona? I think they're called Daytons. I can't remember. Like I said, guys, I don't know nothing about these trucks. I'm learning. But anyway, so I think that's the option we're going to do, because I do have a bunch of, somewhere over there, I got some R 22.5 tires. And then these will be, the ones I put on will be tubeless, so we can get rid of these. So when I was looking at the air brakes on this thing too, there's no air tanks on this. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut this tank and cut it open, or maybe leave this like a, I don't know. I'm thinking about cutting the back side that you can't see, cut it open and put little air tanks in there. That way they're all kind of hidden out of the way, but it still look like a gas tank, because we ain't going to ever fill up both of these gas tanks. There ain't no way. Can't afford it. I got subscribers, or they may have unsubscribed me because they say, quit freaking talking so much. But if you don't talk, you don't know what's going on. And sometimes I need some feedback, so I gotta talk to you guys, and you gotta tell me what you think. It's kind of like everybody's talking about, leave the front end the way it is, because you don't know if it's coming or going, and it just looks cooler than crap. I mean, come on, guys, look at that. Does that not look freaking cool? I don't know what the heck we're gonna weld. We're just gonna start welding shit. I mean, stuff. All right. See you in a minute. Peace. We'll see you next time. Remember, keep it cheap and easy. Peace out. Signing off. Oh, I can't go to you. Anyway, bye.